Day that started all of this, saying that LeBron is, quote, running his mouth. Take a listen.
Mm.
This is a Jump Doc alert. NBA superstar LeBron James is talking politics again, and this time it's R-rated. Here's his barely intelligible, not to mention ungrammatical take on President Trump. Must they run their mouths like that? Unfortunately, a lot of kids and some adults take these ignorant comments seriously. Look, there might be a cautionary lesson in LeBron for kids. This is what happens when you attempt to leave high school a year early to join the NBA.
First of all, he did graduate from high school and is a international superstar because of his talent. But what do you make of must they run their mouths like that, Bill?
Yeah, well, I mean, where do you start? I mean, it's so ridiculous on both sides. But again, this is sort of one of these social media firefights that are just part of this generation. In other words, you come at me, I come at you, and we keep putting fires on the log, and her mission is accomplished. People didn't know who she was. I mean, some people are associated with her, but what she wanted to do was get in front of sort of this national audience that follows LeBron, and as he mentioned it in the thing that you showed, mission accomplished. People didn't know Laura Ingraham. Now they do. And then what'd she do? Hey, why don't you come on my show? Yeah. Which to some extent is sort of the bottom line. So in the first go-around, what she said was racist, but she's not playing to our crowd. She's playing to her crowd. Yeah. And that's kind of where we are. And LeBron knows who he is, but he said, well, you come at me, I'm going to come at you. He knows who he is. He knows what he's done. She just wants him on the show. Yeah, absolutely. and LeBron James, he's had a sort of multifaceted response to this, Tiffany. First, he tweeted out this Instagram photo. It's a neon sign that reads, "I'm more than an athlete," with the hashtag, "I will not shut up and dribble." And then you had Kevin Durant, who was actually in the car with him, in the video with him, saying about Ingram's comments, "Our president made it cool for people to kind of speak their truth and kind of show what they're really about. It's cool to uncover that now. So now we know it's coming. We know if we use our voice, and it's not what some people might agree with, of course, they're going to say ignorant things like that. To me, it was racist." And then the coup de grace delivered by LeBron James, thanking her for the opportunity to speak. Here is LeBron.
The best thing she did is going to help me is create more awareness. I get to sit up here and talk about social injustice, equality, and why a woman on a certain network decided to tell me to shut up and dribble. So thank you, whatever her name is. I don't even know her name, but I appreciate. What is it? Nobody knows. Oh, Tiago says no one knows, and that's perfect.
Tiffany.
Okay, well, they're obviously both more than athletes. They're tax-paying citizens well within their right to express their concerns. It's shared by many Americans in this country and what they're doing. But I think what Laura Ingraham did was highlight her own ignorance. There's been a long, rich tradition of athletes weighing in on political issues. So This is the same woman who would have told Muhammad Ali to shut up and fight when he was protesting the Vietnam War, or told John Carlos and Tommy Smith to shut up and run during the 1968 Olympics. So she sounds ridiculous. But if you know what she said, Joy, she said that this is dangerous because there are children and some adults who will believe this. And so that's really the fear. They don't want our athletes speaking conscience and truth into our communities, because then that will incite a movement, and that's not what they want. Moreover, the descendant of colonizers does not get to tell the descendant of slaves what they can talk about and when they can talk about it. In Wakanda, she's not allowed to speak.
Hey, okay, Wakanda forever. And Eric, there is this extent to which Fox News has decided that the grist for the ratings mill is black people. Right. Black NFL players, black NBA players. I mean, you had Eminem make a music video attacking Donald Trump. That's not interesting to them. Right. And the grist is always black and brown people because they know what it sells. And yet you have Laura Ingraham taking such umbrage and saying, "Oh, how dare you say my words were racist?" Absolutely not. Here's Laura Ingraham with umbrage on Friday.
Many claim my line that LeBron should shut up and dribble was racist. What? I wrote a book 15 years ago, fairly well-known, New York Times bestseller, called Shut Up and Sing. And I've been using variants of that title to call out political celebrities for 15 years without regard for skin color, where you came from, what you do.
Setting aside the fact that she thinks she's way more famous than she is, and that way more people know her book than that actually do. Yeah. LeBron James did not know who she was. But this idea that, oh my goodness, how dare you call it racist? All they do all day and all night is find black people to put on TV and say point and point and point and point and look at them.
Yeah. No, there's a couple larger contexts, right? In the last 8 days, I mean, they're panicked. The last 8 days, they don't want to talk about a wife beater in the White House. They don't want to talk about another mistress being paid off. They don't want to talk about a school massacre. And they don't want to talk about Russia indictments, right? So they have to expand the reach for the outrage, and they end up sounding like a chat room from Stormfront or any of these white nationalist sites. So what's interesting is for years, Fox has expanded the boundaries for conservatives and Republicans in terms of this is how offensive you can be. We will cover for you. I think this is an example. They're now taking their cues from Trump. Yeah. Trump is showing Fox News, you can be as racist as you want to be. And this was as racist as Laura Ingraham has ever been. And she's been doing this a long time. And we had a black president for 8 years. Yeah. She has upped it because Trump is sending the signals. All the guardrails are off. Right. No common decency. Yep. I will cover for you, and you will cover for me, and we will go ahead. And all bets are off.
Don't forget to click subscribe. It's almost as satisfying as skip ad.